Ahab, darling, I'm home. Oh, King Ahab, your queen is home. Where are you?
I'm here, Jezebel.
Ahab, darling, you'll be so happy to know that I cheated lots of people out of lots of money today. And those I couldn't cheat, I had them killed. Oh, and I found a brand new idol to worship today.
That's nice, dear.
Ahab, darling, is something wrong?
Oh, nothing.
Ahab, darling, the people of Israel are counting on you to be thoroughly depraved and disgusting. But if you're in a mood like that, the best you could possibly be is unlikable. Come on now, tell your little Jezebel what's wrong.
Well, you know I went to visit Naboth today to buy his vineyard next to the palace here.
Oh, yes. Tell me, darling, did you take him for all he was worth?
Well, I started out being shrewd, just like you taught me, love. But he kept saying the land is not for sale, so I offered him fair market value for it.
You didn't.
I did, but he still wouldn't budge. He said the land has been in his family for hundreds of years.
He was just trying to jack up the price, darling.
That's what I thought too, so, finally, I offered him one of my own vineyards in exchange for it. You know, the one over in the valley. It's twice as good as his.
You didn't.
I did, but he still wouldn't budge. He said it's like selling a family heirloom.
So he's a man of principle? Heh. I hate people like that. You can't buy them off.
I wanted that land for my vegetable garden. I always wanted a vegetable garden next to my palace. And now I'll never have a vegetable garden.
Oh, yes, you will.
I will.
Of course, you will. You're the most disgusting king in the Middle East.
Thank you, dear.
You can have anything you want.
I can.
Yes, you can. You're going to call a special meeting tomorrow.
I am.
Yes, and you're going to invite Naboth to the meeting.
Why am I going to do that, Jezebel?
Because right in the middle of the meeting, the two men sitting on either side of him are going to stand up and accuse Naboth of cursing both God and my precious little King Ahab.
Oh, he would never curse God. He loves God.
Shut up. I'm plotting here. Then, they're going to drag him out of the meeting and stone him to death. Then you can take possession of the vineyard. How does that sound, darling?
Jezebel, honey, I don't think we should kill him.
Do you want the vineyard or not?
Well, sure, but I don't want.
Give me your signet ring.
You want my signet ring? Why do you want my...
Just give me the ring.
Please don't be mad at me. Here's my royal ring.
Now I just seal this letter with your ring. Like that. And in a few days the vineyard will be yours. See you in a few days, Ahab, darling.
Jezebel, you're home already.
We couldn't keep these audience waiting, darling. They want to find out how this story ends.
Oh yes, of course. So, several days have passed, right, lovely?
Right, darling. And you got your new vegetable garden?
Yes.
Well, why aren't you out there uprooting grapevines, Ahab, darling?
I was working in the vineyard this morning, as soon as I heard the news about your note, poor Naboth. When a prophet of God named Elijah came into the garden and scolded me for murdering Naboth and stealing his vineyard.
So, did you lop off his head?
No, dear, you already had Naboth stoned to death, remember?
I'm not talking about Naboth, you nitwit. I'm talking about this Elijah. I've had just about enough of his god talk. Did you give the order to have him killed?
No, dear, I repented in sackcloth and ashes. I don't want to be depraved and disgusting anymore.
Why would you let Elijah talk you into repenting?
The Lord told him that if you and we didn't repent, the dogs and birds of the air would feed off our dead bodies.
And you believed the devil?
Yes, dear, I was about to go to the temple and kneel before the Lord and confess my sins when you came in. Won't you join me, my darling Jezebel?
How am I ever going to pass you off as depraved and disgusting, when you keep repenting all the time? That's it, I'm out of here. I have idols to worship and people to maim and kill. I don't have time for this.
Based on a play by Bob Snook, Conditions for Use. Do not sell any part of this script, even if you rewrite it. Pay no royalties, even if you make money from the performance. You may reproduce and distribute this freely, but all copies must contain this statement.